Last year, I started my journey of uploading shiny hunting content here on YouTube. I've been hooked on finding these shiny Pokemon through various games, but I realized that I have yet to undergo arguably one of the best shiny hunting challenges. A shiny badge quest. If you're new to the Pokemon series or don't know what a shiny badge quest is, basically you shiny hunt for a Pokemon before you challenge every gym. We will be obtaining 8 Pokemon over the course of 8 badges, and since I personally have not explored Galar in a hot minute, I decided why not do this challenge in Pokémon Sword and Pokemon Shield. While their reputation is extremely mixed, they have a very charming environment and a really unique collection of shiny Pokemon that could be obtained. What you are about to watch is one true roller coaster of emotions and an absolute passion project. So grab some popcorn, throw your shiny charms out the window, and get ready to join me on my 6-month quest to see if I could beat Pokemon Sword by catching a shiny Pokemon before every gym badge. Real quick before we get into this video, make sure you guys are liking it and subscribing to the channel. Over 97% of viewers here are not subscribed, so please consider it if you like shiny hunting or Nintendo-based content in general. We started our journey on January 10th, 2025, beginning our adventure into the unknown. We named our trainer, got introduced to our rival Hop, and grabbed our bag. We head over to his house and we're told to meet up with the champion of Galar, which also happens to be Hop's older brother, Leon. After marching through Route 1, we greet Leon at the train station and go back to their house to pick our starter Pokemon. While this would be an amazing hunt to do to start, this generation sadly starts the trend of shiny locking our starter Pokemon. It is a big womp womp for us indeed. Regardless, we pick Grookey, but just because they are shiny locked doesn't mean I won't hunt them. We battle against Hop, officially making him our true first rival. After defeating him quickly, we go to the Slumbering Weld, get jump scared by an unknown Pokemon, and then head to the Pokemon Lab. Here, we meet Sonia, the professor's assistant and daughter that seems to be very passionate about research and history alike. She proceeds to give us our Pokedex. But wait! You may be asking yourself, how are we going to shiny hunt these Pokemon? Well, the shiny odds in these games are 1 in 4,096, and while there are things we could do to boost these odds, like obtaining the shiny charm or only running into Pokemon with a yellow aura around them, commonly referred to as brilliant Pokemon, I really wanted to hunt the majority of these Pokemon at their full odds, except for a couple of these that I will get into a little later on. Unlike games like Let's Go, Scarlet and Violet, and more recently Legends ZA, shiny Pokemon don't have any sound or visual cues to let you know that there is a shiny. Instead, we have to engage in a battle to check to see if they are shiny or not. We will have quite a journey ahead of us, so let's not delay it any longer than we need to. I decided my first shiny hunt was going to be Rookity. Fun fact, this young stallion was actually my first full odds shiny that I found on the first day of Scarlet and Violet's release back in 2022. So it just made me want to have it in this game as well. And with less than 100 encounters before odds at 3,967, we would start our quest in the best way possible.
So chat, how do we feel about Slitherwing? I feel amazing about Slitherwing. I would actually have one as a pet, and then I'd have it go kick something. Slitherwing, go destroy them. Yes! And there it is! 3,967. Crazy work. I have prepared for this very moment, chat room. I have 3 Premier Balls. 3? Boom! And there it is. We got our first shiny of the badge quest. A little under full odds too. Actually not too bad. Chat, what do we name this Rookity? Bold and brash. More like belongs in the trash. What's another word for gray? I want to do something wings. The nicknaming is taking longer than actually catching the Rookity. That's embarrassing. Peter Wing. Get him, Peter Wing. Pewter. Oh, Peter, the bird is here. We gotta do the traditional checking in the PC box. Docile. Docile's not too bad. Listen, it's a neutral nature. I think that is A-okay. Did Grookey have Pokerus? Yeah, so at some point, I managed to end up getting Pokerus on the starter Grookey that we had. I had zero idea when this was even obtained on my Grookey to begin with, but with Pokerus being a 1 in 21,000 chance, it was just insane to notice it the same day that we got our shiny Rookity.
With our first shiny catch and glimpse at Pokerus, we headed to the train station and made our way through the wild area, where I used my big brain speedrunning knowledge to make our way to Motorstoke to fully register for the gym challenge. From here, we're able to pick our uniform number, and I decided to spontaneously choose the number 047. Anyone that's a big fan of the big 47, feel free to leave a comment down below. After our registration, we make our way to the Badoo drop-in, where we will stay for the night. It kind of stinks that this only has relevance once, and it's only to meet our second rival Marnie, alongside getting greeted by her team Yell Goons. After the battle and getting plenty of rest, we can head back to Hammerlock to watch the opening ceremony. It's really cool how we get a glimpse of all the gym leaders walking out to the field with their own distinct personalities, making it really stand out from other games in the franchise. After the ceremony, Hop wants to battle, but with my shiny Rookity against his regular one, Bro stood no chance. From there, we make our way through the Galar mine, where we end up having our third rival in our journey, Bede. Unlike Hop having pride in his battling, Bede's ego and overconfidence is his main trait, and we'll see more of this later on in the story. After leaving the cave, we almost get steamrolled by a Wooloo, so because of this near-death experience, I decided to evolve my Rookity into Corvisquire, and we had our first steps in Turffield, where the first gym resides. We head to the gym to take on the gym challenge, and now we can face Milo, and his specialty is grass-type Pokemon. One notable thing for this battle is actually the audience. Most Pokemon games are a 1v1 scenario, but you gotta admit, having a stadium filled with people cheering you on is just so sick. I really thought that this gym would be an absolute cakewalk, but when I did a Dynamax in this first gym, my Corvisquire got knocked out, and I left it up to Grookey's hand to take one for the team, when he definitely took more than one. After swapping back into our Corvisquire, I knocked out Edelgos, and with the noble sacrifice of our true starter Pokemon weighing heavy on my shoulders, we received the Grass Badge from Milo. With no delay, our second shiny hunt is literally right around the corner. After defeating some more Team Yell Grunts, we obtain the Rotom Bike from a doctor. And good thing we got it, because our next hunt is going to require us to bike a lot. Remember not even a minute ago when Grookey perished in Milo's gym? We are going to be using the Masuda method for hatching a shiny Grookey to avenge its fallen brethren. If you don't know what the Masuda method is, it is very simple. You put two Pokemon of different languages that share an egg group in the daycare, and from it you have a 1 in 683 chance of hatching a shiny Pokemon. I ended up catching a Carkol for Flame Body, making the egg hatching process faster, and grabbing a foreign Ditto from my Pokemon home, so I didn't have to catch a very specific Pokemon sharing Grookey's egg group. Even with all this prep though, egg hatch after egg hatch, it felt like we were getting nowhere close to finding our shiny. But on February 14th, 2025, and being 4 times over odds, love was definitely in the air. It's Valentine's Day. Today we're getting Grookey. We have the love permanently embedded in the stream. Roses are red, violets are blue. I really want Grookey to shine, and so should you. This is gonna be a peak stream. The only Valentine's card I got this year was a picture of my house, and the caption was, "Does it look familiar? Set up a bear trap outside your house. Then you'll really know who it is." It's my new magnum opus. Wait, not the like 170 photos that you had of Rex Shulk that are organized by artist in very specific folders? That's not your magnum opus anymore. How'd I know it would be? Yes! Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Yes! Roses are red. Violets are blue. Mr. Grookey, and his name is Pickle. He's here for something that rhymes with pickle. Oh my god. Let's go. 2,678. Wait, chat, do I have to take down the shiny Grookey thing now? We got it, so I don't need to have it anymore. We have to check him out. He's going to die, but it's for the cause. Look at Pickle. Pickle. He's level 1. Yeah, we're doing some switch trading. He's got to learn the hard way. He has to be better than Cucumber. Now we could start working on getting our second gym badge, which is in Hallberry. When we first enter, we see Rose, the chairman of the gym challenge, and his beautiful assistant, Olina. One thing to note about Rose is that he must have just woke up, because bro is in his most comfy pair of boxers. After a brief conversation, "Get out!" We can then head to the lighthouse where we find Nessa, who requests us to come and challenge her at her gym. Once inside, we gotta do a classic underwater Mario. I mean, a water puzzle. And with our Grookey evolving into Thwacky, it was time to test their true potential. Pickle was securing crits like no tomorrow and had an absolutely clutch dodge on a Max Geyser from Dreadnought. So after Thwacky gained a big amount of confidence, we were able to secure our second badge, the Water Badge. Heading out of the gym, we become the talk of the town, and the chairman wants to have a little lunch date with us. If he really wanted to take me out, bro should have ordered me a steak before I even sat down at the table. After a quick lunch, we make haste to Galar mine number 2. We fight Beat again, and deeper in, we cross paths with Kabu, who is the fire-type gym leader. He tells us to head to Motostoke and that he cannot wait to battle us, so let's make our way to his gym right away. But wait, Tyler, you cannot enter this gym yet because you haven't gotten a shiny. You are right, but trust me, there is a good reason why we are here right now. This gym challenge is a unique outlier compared to every other one, as it requires you to either catch or faint wild Pokemon to gain points, and with enough of those points, you are able to challenge Kabu. For some reason though, these Pokemon were never shiny locked, so we can go for either Litwick, Sizzlipede, or Vulpix, but we are going to be prioritizing Litwick here. So with our hunt planned and my mind prepared for hours of hunting, the Valentine's Day luck we had for Grookey would not stop there.
Yeah, I feel so locked tonight. I'm just glad that that ended and we can move on to Dees. No way. Zero shot. What is going on? What is happening? What is going on? Oh my God. What? I have literally zero words right now. 22 encounters. Sure. We still have to catch it, chat. Let's get this Sizzlipede out of here. Oh, they have another Mon. Okay, I didn't even realize that. All right, I'm just going to focus on knocking them out. No, don't poison it. Don't poison it. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay, please be out of Mons. I really did not want that Salandit to live. Okay, what ball could I use? Oh God, this is scary. I feel like I could go Dusk or Nest. I'm going to run a Dusk ball. 1, 2, 3. What is happening? I don't even know what to nickname this thing. I didn't even think this far. I thought it was going to be like at least a week or two. Oh, I can't even nickname it yet. Wait, Chad, should we go for a second one? I'm just playing. Look at this thing. Oh my God. Chat, what are your nature guesses? I'm guessing bashful. I already guessed lonely. Like you. Hey, I'm not lonely. Okay, maybe I am, but that's besides the point. Lax. It's pretty lax. And no mark or no ribbons.
Now we could face Kabu head on, and even if we did not have a good type matchup, I was ready. I wanted Litwick to tank at the beginning because it has Flash Fire, but Arcanine put us in a stalemate situation. Arcanine got some high damage rolls on Litwick, so I sent out Corvisquire to heal up Litwick so it could take on the rest of this gym. I ended up Dynamaxing him anyway, even though he was burned. Good move, Tyler. Thankfully, Corvisquire did just enough damage with a max Airstream to be able to use Nightshade a couple times to take out his Ace Centiskorch seamlessly and earn our third badge, the Fire Badge. With two almost back-to-back shinies, our next destination is Hammerlock. We catch Bede having a conversation with Olina and Chairman Rose. Looking back on this, you could tell that Bede really looks up to the chairman and honestly idolizes him to a point where he's only really taking on the gym challenge for the satisfaction of Rose. After this, Olina takes Bede to have a separate conversation elsewhere, and Rose sees us approaching and tells us to stop by Hammerlock Stadium sometime to see how Dynamax energy is truly formed in Galar. Rose also directs us to go to the vault in Hammerlock, and here we run into Raihan, one of the coolest trainers in this game. We make our way to the inner parts of the vault, and Sonia is admiring the tapestries. She goes into a bit of detail about the two heroes that are depicted to have saved Galar from the darkest day. After this lore dump, we trek our way through Route 6, and here we are going to switch games to revive fossils to obtain a shiny Dracovish for our 4th shiny. Now, a lot of people would consider this a rule break in the Badge Quest challenge, but I will explain why it is not so. Forgive Pokemon obtained in these games like Dracovish here, no matter if the shiny charm is obtained or not, the odds of these hunts are always going to be locked to 1 in 4,096. And when you become champion, you are able to farm 2,000 watts compared to the 200 that we would farm. It just makes the grinding of getting these fossils to revive so much easier. With about 300 fossils in our bag, we were ready to hunt this prehistoric beast. The astronomical luck we had from Litwick definitely would not carry over here. As the hours passed, me and Twitch chat would get carried away before going over odds not once, but twice. And after a whopping 10,488 Dracovish revives, our long revival process would come to an end.
Yeah, like I say, I'm tapped in, but like, how do I say this? I'm like the rings are... Wait! That was it. Hold on, wait. Oh my God. It happened. Yes, let's go. Oh my God. 10,488 fishes. What the heck? Dracodoba is here. Holy moly. All right, dude, that's sick. Well, the nature's already there. We kind of spoiled it for ourselves. Sassy? It's not horrible. We could run it. Doug Dracodoba is here. He was sassy. He just didn't want to show up. Little dingus. Screw you, Dracovish. The nickname that we have declared on this thing, as seen from the fan art from one of our lovely viewers, Mickey. This is Doug Dracodome. D.Dracodome. Oh, wait, no, it does fit. It perfectly fits. Oh, that's so perfect. He's Doug Dracodome, owner of the Dimsdale Dracodomes. Look at him. He's so big. He's so huge. He's bigger than me. Oh my God. Look at that guy.
From trading this Dracovish over to our main game, we can continue on to Stow Inside. We fight Hop again, but this battle is very different. A point I really didn't mention was after B defeated Hop following our victory at the 3rd gym, he really let him know that by being defeated, he was embarrassing his older brother. In response to this, Hop goes radio silent and B just kicks him while he's down. Hop from this point doesn't truly know who he is, and it's reflected in the game from using a completely different team from this point on. After defeating him though, we head towards the 4th gym. This is one of 2 gyms with version differences, and here we will be facing B. After playing some IRL pinball, we smoked through half of her team with Dracovish even after being intimidated. We had Corvus Square clean up the rest of this gym, and we locked in the fighting gym badge. After exiting the gym, we run into Sonia, who's further investigating the mural here. B tier 2, and believes causing significant damage to this mural would grant him some well-needed wishing stars. Little does B know that this is not the way that Rose intended him to get them. B would be serving jail time for destroying a historic mural like that if it were up to me, but instead, B just gets booted from the gym challenge, which out of all the things to happen to him, this is honestly the most fair. The mural crumbles more though, revealing that the 2 mysterious heroes who stopped the darkest day in the past were just humans, but they were Pokemon. With this newfound knowledge, we move forward to the Glimwood Tangle, where our next shiny hunt is going to take place. We will be hunting mushrooms. Just kidding, we're gonna be going for Impidimp here, but actually now that I think about it, he kind of looks like a mushroom and I am feeling a bit hungry, so I might as well eat him. This specific hunt felt really long in the moment, and maybe a part of it was being trapped in the woods looking for a little gremlin man turned me into a little gremlin man. But after 5,009 encounters, we would solve the riddle of finding a shiny under the bridge or the mushroom. Just play the clip.
Because of the shiny hunting and storytelling. Bro! What? Right at the beginning of stream to 5 minutes in. We got it. Let's go. I got 9 Premier Balls. I really want to catch it in a Premier Ball if at all possible. It's not looking good though. Try a couple more. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Bro, come on, bro. Come on, man. Dude, can you guys believe this? 1, 2, 3, and... Nope. What are you doing to me? All right, one more, and then we got to come up with a strat. Please, Impidimp, please. 1, 2, 3. And There it is. We're out of the woods. I love the blue. In comparison to this screen, I love the blue with the red. Holy moly, chat. 1'4". Look at your little stupid gremlin self. You're mine now, buddy. I want to kiss you, though. Anyway. Oh, chat's gone. I didn't even get your guys' reaction for that. Chat, last minute to get your nature guesses in. All right, we got lonely, naughty, hardy, calm. All right, let's check it out. For the nature guess, I'm gonna guess it's a naive nature. Oh, it's adamant. Oh, that's so good for Grimmsnarl. No, it was kind of worth the wait. Does this thing have a mark? No marks. Okay, we have gotten 0 marks throughout this entire thing. I kind of want that to change. Let's give this thing a nickname. So we did already have a nickname for Impidimp, and it kind of goes with its Evo. So let's nickname it right now. Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl Wiesner. Jimmy's mom.
With being released from the shackles of Glimwood, we make haste to Balloonia. I have a very important question that I have seen nobody ever ask. How did this Chinchu get on top of this house? And does this house's energy source run entirely on this Chinchu? Honestly, the world may never know the answer to that one. This town is home to the next gym that we have to take on. While this is a gym challenge, Opal is holding tryouts for a replacement gym leader since she plans on retiring soon. As we face trainers throughout, there are many quizzes where if questions are answered correctly, we get well-deserved stat boosts. After acing these quizzes, we could challenge Opal face to face. Let me tell you, this gym was such a cakewalk because of Corviknight. With being able to set up 6 Hone Claws, we smoked our team and put this old hag into early retirement, thus earning ourselves the Fairy Badge. With our easy victory, Opal asks us if we want to take a 5-star rated Uber back to Hammerlock. Of course, we have to accept that. Once we land, we see Bede again begging to be put back into the gym challenge. Rose denies him and abruptly leaves. Opal notices this conversation and sees Bede for the first time and goes a teeny bit berserk for just wearing a little bit of pink. But honestly, taking a minute to reflect on this conversation, I really think Opal feels a sense of duty to become a mentor for Bede here. Seeing that he just got used by the chairman, it makes it even more apparent. They run off together, and just like Hop developing his character earlier in Stow Inside, Bede also gets his moment to shine here. We get stopped by Sonia, where she questions what the sword and shield truly are after the true mural was revealed to her. Her thoughts are quickly halted by an explosion in Hammerlock Stadium. Leon rushes in and notes the adults are gonna handle this. Okay, Leon, let me just leave it to the adults and ignore a giant explosion coming from the biggest stadium in the region. We get to face Hop and start our 6th shiny hunt. We will be going for what's referred to as an exclamation point encounter. On certain routes in the grass, you will see an exclamation mark pop up from time to time. Rare Pokemon can be found in these patches of grass, and from Route 8 specifically, I really wanted to go for Toxel here. This Pokemon has a 25% chance of spawning, so to increase our odds a bit more, we picked up a Pokemon with the ability Static that has an overworld effect of buffing electric type spawns. We go from a 25% encounter rate to a near 50% encounter rate. I would have also used Dex recommendations here to boost it a smidge more, but I mistakenly picked up the level 5 Toxel from the daycare. I made an oopsie, but regardless, we ball gamers. After 25,000 Toxels and a bunch of spider jump scares along the way, we managed to pick up the baby under odds with a mouthful of snackies to boot. Oh! Oh my god! I was just having a snack. I'm just over here chomping. I can't believe that I got this before 3K with no phases at all. Now, here's the thing. I don't know how to weaken this, and I did have a ball idea that I wanted to try and get this into. I was thinking love. Oh, wait, I have Fault Swipe. I taught this thing Fault Swipe. I totally forgot that. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this in the 1 love ball that we got. I'm gonna see if we could get it. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but it would be really sick to get it in that ball. I feel like if I go for stuff, because I'm doing this off stream as well, I feel like if I go for stuff off stream, it either takes so long or like it just doesn't happen, but I'm just getting encounters, or it completely works in my favor, because I've been here for like an hour when I've been doing like so much of this Toxel online. But anyway, where's my love ball? There it is. We have 1 love ball. Now I'm gonna see if we can get it. I know the colors don't fully match. It's kind of pink, so I wanna send it. Let's see. All right, love ball. Toxel in the love ball. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
There we go. Yes! No phases is crazy. Yes, I would absolutely love to give a nickname. So I don't think that this was a wall spawn, because I did have a couple of nickname ideas that we went through in stream and stuff. So I think I'm gonna nickname this thing Living It Up. Where are the music notes? Let's get some music in this joint. I have located the music notes. Living it up, yeah! I did want to do a nature guess, and sadly, because I'm not doing this off stream, I can't get your guys' nature guess with it. I am gonna guess that it's gonna be modest, and it looks like it is a quiet nature. Toxtricity isn't really that speedy, so actually fantastic nature. The moment of truth. So far, we have not gotten any Pokemon with a mark, and this would be one of the first in our badge quest. Does this have a mark or not? Oh, no mark, bro. Oh, man. I genuinely can't be too mad about it. And also something I noticed is that the little diaper on Toxel still remains purple. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that. I noticed that just now. That's the low-key form, right? Yeah, that's the low-key form. Okay, that actually looks really... Oh, the blue, the purple, and the red actually look really sick together. I like this. Okay. All right, Toxtricity, let's go. What the heck? Yep, low-key form. Okay, we have it right there. That's crazy. I like it, man. Let's go. Let's go see this thing in battle. We have a regular Galvantula, and we have our low-key form, Toxtricity, in a love ball. Wow, dude, that's sick. I love it. Oh my God. With evolving our Toxel into Toxtricity immediately, we straight line it to Sir Chester. And the first thing I notice here is Snom hanging out with a snowman. God, they really are the best of friends, aren't they? We go through and visit the spa where the heroes of Galar soaked away all of their troubles. We can't stay and relax like they did because sadly we have a gym challenge that we gotta take on. This specific gym uses a feature that I bet less than 10% of Pokemon players don't even commonly use, which is the controller vibrations. With us falling into more pits than a Peach could ever dream to have, we could finally challenge Gordy. We start off the battle with Toxtricity and instantly take out his Barbaracle. He sends out his Shuckle next, which is a defensive beast, and I thought I could just acid spray him and then use Discharge. Luckily for me, it had Contrary, so that's always fun. After our speed goes into the negative and we hit Shuckle at least 15 times, we could finally take it out. Stonejourner is up next on the chopping block, then Gordy sends out his Ace Colossal, which he directly Dynamaxes, so we gotta follow suit. Use 2 Max Lightnings, immediately switch out to Grimmsnarl, use Fake Out, and end the battle in the most trollish way possible, earning our Rock Badge. Exiting the gym, Sonia asks us if we could chat at a local restaurant to discuss the legends of Galar in further detail. It's pure coincidence that she wants to come here because there is a tapestry just sitting in this completely forgettable restaurant, which gives us hints as to where to find these legends of Galar. I decided to finally change my outfit and we proceed backwards to Route 8 for our second to last shiny hunt. I gotta be so real with you guys here. This was a hunt that I really didn't plan out as much as the other ones. I could have done a shiny hunt in the DLC or something not super common. I had it in my head that this was gonna be a quick and easy hunt. God, would I be so wrong, and it would come back to bite me in the butt big time as we passed 8K encounters for this thing. I realized that the entire time I hunted this Phalanx wrong. I initially thought that you could reset for Phalanx by saving in front of their little cave, but this was not the case. Luckily, I was live streaming this entire badge quest, which if you aren't following me on Twitch, you should definitely change that because we stream a lot over there. I finally activated my big brain and figured out how to shiny hunt this the right way. Instead of resetting, we fly to the Route 8 fly point, go down the ladder, and stand by the 2 nearby Phalanx holes. If they weren't shiny, we just loop back to the exact fly point and do that over and over again. With the newfound knowledge and 300 additional encounters off stream, I ended up finding my cute little army. There it is! Yes! Oh, yes, let's go. It can't do any damage to itself because I think it has no retreat, endure, and a couple of other moves, but I don't think it has anything to take itself out with. I have a ball idea that I want to catch this in, and I'm thinking luxury. I'm thinking luxury is the way to go just because of the colors. I also had level ball in mind. I think I have the level ball with me. Actually, what balls do I have? Wait, no, I could use the moon ball. Oh my God, I should use the moon ball. Okay, this thing is in the red. I'm gonna try and catch this thing in a moon ball. If it doesn't, we'll go luxury, but I think moon should do it. Moon does not do it. Okay, I am cooked. No. Let's go luxuries. I got 20 of them. Let's send it. Let's do our thing. No shakes, man. Okay. I couldn't use the most recent shiny as well to kind of encounter these Phalanx because Phalanx is so fast and my team is so absurdly slow. So I had to get like Rillaboom and Chandelure. Like I kind of swapped between those two. I hope my entire team doesn't die. And these luxury balls are not doing us justice at all. I may have to switch the ball, chat. Oh, I may have to switch the ball. I think will be my objective. Okay, 1 shake, 2 shakes, 3 shakes. Bro, why? Let's do it again. Okay, we're not doing it at all. That's fine. I thought for Phalanx you could soft reset, but you can't, and it's insane. Oh, we caught it. Let's go. I had to talk about what I did wrong to catch it. 1,808 encounters is insane. We do have a nickname for this thing, and it's funny. When I started this hunt, when I started doing initially the soft resets, a frog was down in my recording studio in my room because I'm in the cellar, so I record in our cellar. If I heard a frog sound, it was by the door at first, but then it started to come down here. So I'm gonna nickname this thing Froglinks. So shout out to all the viewers and stuff who watch the resets and watch me struggle through it live. But I'm not glad that none of you told me, and I reset for 7,000 for nothing. But it's okay. We got it. Welcome to the party, good sir. We have to see what nature this Phalanx is. I'm gonna say impish. I'm feeling like it's an impish nature. It's a lax. Okay. Let's go see this thing in battle. Let's do it justice. All right, enemy spotted. Sneaky, sneaky. We have a regular Bulldor, and here is our shiny Froglinks, looking good in the luxury ball. I like the contrast between the brown and the yellow in the shiny. It looks really nice. I really like Phalanx. I think it's like a cute Pokemon. I didn't really know why it was genderless. I was saying stuff on stream about it, and the reason why it's genderless is really cool. The army of Phalanx is comprised of 6 different Phalanx, so all of them are like different genders, which is just, it's so cool to see like the representation of that and being like, there's a lot of them, so they don't have a gender. So I think that's really cool. But man, I'm excited to get to our last hunt of this badge quest, and oh my God, I'm so glad I did not go over odds. Oh my God. With 7 rings in hand, we progress to Route 9, where we see some Team Yell Grunts itching for a battle. After we destroy them, the doctor we met on Route 5 that initially gave us our bike upgrades it to ride on water. The entrance to Spikemouth, though, is shut. But we have a VIP pass in Marnie, in exchange for a battle, of course. We head on in, and this gym challenge is pretty basic compared to the others. It weirdly reminds me of the 5-on-1 Team Aqua battles that you did in Oros, except instead of a horde battle, you're just taking on a ton of Team Yell Grunts in one continuous go. After defeating them all, Piers awaits us in the back, and wait a second, bro's about to start singing. God, this man is such a beautiful voice. Locking into the battle, though, he starts with Scrafty, and we send out Rillaboom. I hit him hard with a drum-beating Woodhammer combo, getting really close to knocking him out, but he somehow lives. Pierce proceeds to send out his Malamar, and I really thought that an Overgrow with Woodhammer combo would absolutely take him out. But Rillaboom unexpectedly falls here, and because we're permitted from using any Dynamax power in this gym, Rillaboom won't be able to battle anymore. I have to leave it up to Phalanx. Phalanx would go on to sweep Pierce's entire team just from complete misplays and allowing me to set up for God knows what reason. With one more badge to go and Pickle sacrificing his life on the battlefield, we claim our 7th badge.
With emotions running high, we hear a commotion outside of Spikemouth. It turns out the previous explosion wasn't the only problem the adults had to handle, because Pokemon have been Dynamaxing uncontrollably across the region. Leon takes this moment to Aura Farm and states that he can handle these Dynamax Pokemon himself. And listen, much respect to him, because after our battle with Piers, we are in absolutely no condition to take these guys on with Rillaboom being extremely injured. Thinking deeply on it, there was only one true way that we could fully heal him. To my knowledge, we are about to do a hunt that I have yet to see be done in any Pokemon Sword or Shield badge quest here on YouTube. In the Crown Tundra DLC, there is one legendary that will heal Rillaboom back to its glory, and that would be Ho-Oh. Throughout the Pokemon universe, this Pokemon is a beacon of rebirth and newfound beginnings. The thought of going into these Dynamax dens and not seeing a shiny for months is absolutely plaguing my mind. With only 1 in 300 odds, it may seem easy until you realize that every single den we take on takes around 10 to 15 minutes to do our shiny checks, even with perfect execution. This is something that we have no choice but to do for our fallen comrade, because over the course of our journey, Pickle was born to avenge his family lineage from the very beginning, and I just couldn't let it end here for him. So hours upon hours of Dynamax adventures went by, and after hitting 100, we did hit our first phase in Manectric at 92 completed DAs. At least seeing something here gave me hope, and that hope would not die, because at 148 completed DAs, we found our second shiny in Seismitoad. From here, I decided that I wanted to end off-stream hunts after finding these two. My determination for doing these dens at full odds rose so much thanks to finding these guys. I decided that I wanted to stream some more hunts with my chat, but little did I know that this was going to be a very fateful day for our badge quest.
We're at number 153. Let's check if we got any shinies. Ditto. No shiny. Dreadnought. Very cool shiny, by the way, but no shiny. Seismitoad would have been number 2 if it did happen. And Ho-Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chat. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. Whoa, we got it. No way. Yes. Oh my god. Yo, we just got a Seismitoad at 148. Ho-Oh's ours. This early? Hold just a second. We have to do a nature guess. Modest, mild, lax, sassy. I'm gonna guess we got this thing on Pride Month. I'm gonna gay mild. What? No way. Why is this lining up so good for me today? What is going on? Oh my god. Scripted. I don't need that in my life. I have a nickname for this thing and it fits. You hacked the game. Guys, I did not hack the game. I'm doing these in 1 in 300 odds. Leave me alone. I feel like this is the only thing to name Ho-Oh because it just lined up so well. This is just cinematic. Let's get him in the party. Let's check him out in battle. First off, let's do that. All right, so here, let's do a shiny check of Ho-Oh. We got a very strong looking Amora, and we have cinematic cinema. I think that was the craziest freak out I've had. I had to like get up and run away.
With Rillaboom's revival, we only have one more gym to take down. We cannot add Ho-Oh to our team because it did use an ungodly amount of energy to revive Rillaboom, so we will have to take on Raihan without them. When we enter his gym, we are greeted by the top VGC players in the Galar region, and I conveniently forgot their names, so say hi to Larry, Susan, and Geronimo. They all use different forms of weather on their teams, which I find really fascinating. And with 3 of them down, we have one more storm that we gotta bear in Raihan. He sends out Flygon and Gigalith, creating a fierce sandstorm, but we cripple his team immediately by burning the Flygon and knocking out Gigalith. I decide to switch out Chandelure and have Dracovish take over because having a ground weakness is not great. We end up making him have a 2-on-1 though with his ace Duraludon, and I feel Rillaboom's newfound determination coursing through its Pokeball. I Dynamax him and hit him with a couple of Max Knuckles. After knocking this out and conquering the Empire State Building, we earn our final badge of the badge quest. Some of you guys may think that this challenge is now over, but in order for us to beat this, we must become the champion. We bike our way up north to reach Winden, where the Champions Cup will be held. We prep our team before entering and defeat Marnie and Hop in an absolute flash. We advance on, and we're supposed to meet Leon for dinner with Hop after a day of good paddling. Hop is waiting for Leon, stating that he hasn't even showed up yet, which is very not like him. Pierce comes into the lobby and mentions that he saw Leon go off with the chairman to discuss an important matter. So, Hop requests Pierce to take both of us to the Rose Tower. With us crafting our dream search team, Olena stops us and says only authorized personnel can get to the Rose Tower, which ends up throwing us into a stall fest to find the staff member with the key that's needed to enter the tower. After many battles, we find this key and push through another wave of battles I like to personally call crazy tower heights. With Hop assisting us with these plethora of battles though, we get to the top and Olena meets us yet again and reveals her true allegiance to Rose by battling us. Olena has to have one of my favorite themes in this game because of how intense yet elegant it is, reflecting her put together but spiteful inside personality. Once her G-Max Scarboder goes down, we find Leon, who's been here with Chairman Rose this entire time, having a peer-to-peer conversation about the future of the Galar region and how the energy of the region is going to expire in 1,000 years. Leon argues that living and focusing on the right now is more important and that he just wants to battle and can focus on helping Rose 100% after the champions battle. Leon comes back with us, but something I noticed that I didn't the first time around was Rose's mental state in this dialogue, saying that adults can't have honest conversations with one another, pride and egos get in the way from truly coming together. This right here is the ultimate turning point for Rose, and the decisions he makes from here on out are ironically based on his own stubbornness. Even after we leave, Rose quietly mumbles to himself that he will change the course of history alone instead of together with Leon like he intended at the beginning of the game. The next day, we prepare for the finale of the Champions Cup, where we will face gym leaders in a one-on-one bracket format. Immediately breaking this bracket though, Bede comes in as the new fairy-type gym leader and wages his career as a trainer on the line in this battle. I still feel really bad for Bede, even at this moment. He mentions that everything went wrong since starting the gym challenge, from getting disowned to the people who accepted him at the beginning, to being an acting gym leader that he didn't even choose to become. And even though we beat him, the audience ends up loving the battle so much that they give Bede new hope to become a powerful and emotionally strengthened trainer after this. From here, we jump back into our regularly scheduled program and fight against Nessa, Bee, and Raihan in rapid succession. All that's left for us is the champion, but something feels very off. Suddenly, the big screen turns on and Chairman Rose appears, stating that he will start the darkest day again to prevent the energy crisis he was talking about with Leon. Hop briefly notices the video broadcast seems to be taking place in Hammerlock, so Leon rushes there immediately. Hop wants us to head to the slumbering well together, and while we're here, Sonia stumbles upon us. We go deep into the well, then claim the rusted sword and shield. We head to the energy plant in Hammerlock Stadium. Rose is here in the lowest level of the plant, and he ends up telling us all the wishing stars that Bede collected throughout his journey were a power source for a legendary Pokemon called Eternatus. Rose battles us, and after beating him, still filled with spite, he begrudgingly mentions that Leon is battling Eternatus on the roof. Once we get up here, we see Bro is miserably failing because he's trying to catch a legendary Pokemon in a Pokeball, and I did the math on this one. At best, Leon has a 7.8% chance to catch it, so good luck to this man. We proceed to engage in battle, but a mysterious power prevents us from even using moves on it, and it seems like all hope is really lost. Until Hop brings up holding the rusted sword and shield together might do something. Through sheer luck and indescribable plot armor, the legendary beasts Zacian and Zamazenta take the call and rush to our aid. And I don't know if this is a byproduct of the Pokemon's ability, but we get to see glimpses of our journey throughout the chaos of this battle, which brings us down memory lane while we're also on the verge of life and death. With the beast's help, we were able to stop the calamity and catch Eternatus in the only Dream Ball we had. Biggest shout out to Ball Guy for the true assist. This catch puts a stop to the darkest day from unfolding yet again and brings peace all around Galar, except for Winden, where we still have our champion match with Leon to do. Getting back to the stadium, the crowd is all fired up and our battle immediately begins. He starts out with Aegislash and we send out our Ho-Oh with its power now being able to be fully wielded by us. Our Sacred Fire cuts through and knocks out his Aegislash instantly. He switches to Dragapult, so we swap to Grimmsnarl. I have the type advantage and I hit him with a couple of foul plays and end him with a Sucker Punch. This battle is so fierce already, but we don't even have time to breathe here. Haxorus comes out and there is no good switch, so we send in our MVP of the run, Dracovish. But just because he's been an MVP doesn't mean jack squat, as he goes down to an Outrage and a powerful Iron Tail takes out Grimmsnarl. Chandelure barely hangs on from an Earthquake, but we gotta switch again because Seismitoad is coming out. We send out Rillaboom and hit him with a quad effective drum beating. Leon sends out his Cinderace, and I truly could not ask for a better matchup than a starter versus starter fight here. Sadly though, Rillaboom does get cooked, and I decide to put all of my faith into our first shiny that we got all the way back on Route 1. He lives on 7 HP, leading us to use Brave Bird and almost knocking him out, but allowing Ho-Oh to land an Ancient Power and get an extremely clutch Omni boost from it. Last but not least, Leon sends out his signature Charizard and we badly hit each other with quad effective rock moves, but because of the Ancient Power boost from the turn before, we are able to emerge victorious, thus becoming the newest champion and truly conquering this shiny Badge Quest challenge. So, you may be asking yourself, how did I actually do? Well, in total, we ended up spending a whopping 220 hours in this badge quest. Even though it was longer than I initially thought it would be, I do not regret a single minute of it. These shiny hunts were truly the most fun I have had in quite a while, and I really want to personally thank you for watching this video all the way through. If you enjoyed it, make sure you're leaving a like on the video and subscribing today. But with that, I will catch you guys very soon for yet another shiny hunting video. Hey there, this is Post Tyler hopping in to say thank you so much again for watching the video. But I did want to take this last part of it to give a really big shout out to all of the people that created fan art. All of the ats and all of the fan art that was made will be posted for this end segment. So if you want to watch it, if you want to see some of the cool fan art, stick around. I promise you it's good. But let me start off with a really big shout out to Sailor Mickey. She created so many things for this badge quest. You guys saw Doug Dracodome in the video, but she also created a sketch for Froglinks. Not only that, she created a custom Galar badge circle with all of our badge quest targets on it. And on top of that, she also created an animation for one of the badges like you would see in game. So Mickey, thank you literally so much for loving this badge quest series like while it was happening. And I really hope that my echoing of how excited I am to see the art kind of came through. Thank you to Aiden for drawing Grimmsnarl, looking like a little gremlin man over there. I really do appreciate it. And we have Fat Nasty that drew a Ho-Oh when we were doing our DAs for Ho-Oh. So I want to give you a very big proper thank you for that. Last but not least, we have a meme that Shiny made that you guys saw in the video of absolute cinema. And that's all of the fan art that we have for this video. So thank you guys so much again for watching the video and supporting in that way of creating pieces of art for me to see. I can't get over like how much it means to me to see you guys also be involved in the moments that I'm doing, whether it be on streams or on videos. So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And I can't wait for the next big project. All right, bye gamers, bye.